Good morning, Senators. My name is David Stein. I live in Tyler, Texas, and a small business owner and also the chairman for the Smith County Republican Party. As I understand it, we're really correcting something that was changed last session that had been in place for a long time before that. So this is nothing new to us. I'm glad to see you talk about restoring the felony convictions to election law violations. I've heard a lot of conversation, but there's one person that I haven't heard mentioned yet today, and that's the voter whose vote was stolen, whose vote wasn't counted. And we hear a lot of people talked about as victims. My job as a county chair is that voter comes to me and they say, how do I know that you are going to make sure that I have the ability to vote and cast a vote without any concern? And that's something that I have a responsibility of and value greatly in my job. As Americans and Texans, there are certain items that are sacred to us, and the privilege to cast a ballot is among those. Look, all of us deep down know there are things that are happening in our election system that we don't understand, whether intended or unintended. Nobody is looking to make an example out of an honest mistake, but there are people who knowingly go about their way to try to alter an individual's vote. Whether it be an election worker, whether it be an election administrator, an election judge, a poll watcher, deputies, etc., we must, and I repeat, we must conduct elections in a way that are fair and ethical manner or face the consequences to those actions. I urge you to pass this from your committee, bring it to the Senate floor for a debate, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for your testimony, sir. Ms. Torres-Llanes.
Good afternoon, Chairman Hughes, Senators. Thank you for the opportunity to testify. I'm here representing myself. I'm in Senate District 14, and I am opposed to Senate Bill 2. I'm a lifelong Texan of generations of Tejanos. I'm a mother, a 25-year professional in the high-tech industry. I should be in Miami right now shopping for employee benefits instead of here testifying against another bad voting bill. I'm a proud graduate of the UT Macomb School of Business and a person of faith and a believer in social justice. I'm a voter deputy registrar, and I love to teach high school students and members of my community about voting and helping them register to vote. I even got to hand out I voted stickers in the past election. I think it is a weak and irrelevant argument to state that the reason, or a good reason for restoring this, is because that's how it used to be. There are many bad examples of things that used to be different, and we should not be restoring them. So I think that's a very weak argument. As a former auditor, my understanding is that this is not a crisis level situation. If I had more time, I would love to tell you about how the real crises in our state, like mental health and the lack of access to mental health care and gun violence, has personally affected me this month, but I don't have the time. I think it's dangerous to implement a very heavy-handed punishment like a felony that has very negative long-term consequences to people's ability to support themselves and obtain employment in the long run. So I'm opposed to making this a felony. I think we should be working to expand voter education and access to the ballot. I think it's ridiculous that in 2023, we still in Texas do not have online voter registration. That is the crisis. That is what we should be trying to solve here. We should be debating what kind of cake to have to celebrate the increase in voter engagement and voter turnout. I am team German chocolate, but tres leches will do as well. Please oppose Senate Bill